Recorded live on the North Coast, Scotty does a show with guest Kyle Booth. Tonight, a special live UFC 270 fight companion, plus news, today's top 5, and more. And now, he prefers his nouns at amateur status, Scott Marion.
All right, what's up, everybody? What's happening? What it is? What's going down? What's the word on the street? Welcome back to the show. First show of 2022. I can't believe here we are. Made it through the new year, 2021. See ya. Enough of that. So, some ups and downs, some great stuff happening in 2021. A lot of things I've talked about here, although it's been a little while since I've been on the show. But it's great to be back. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of stuff that I can talk about, a lot of stuff that I can't. Just some good news in heading back down to Columbus here soon. Got some great things going on down there, and there's actually going to be another shoot that I'm going to be doing for the Ohio Wrestling Insider at Granville, which is going to be a lot of fun, being able to catch, finally, now that we're getting through this COVID situation, I'll be able to get that film done, and also be able to see an old friend and pay some respects to them and do what I can to really help promote that program. They've really been making some strides going forward. And especially since we're getting close to the tournament season, it's going to be pretty exciting. So I'm going to be saving a lot of the updates and stuff for an actual more of a sit-down podcast, because this shouldn't shock anybody out there. We're coming to you live with another fight companion right here for UFC 270, where there's not one but two title fights on the card here tonight. One of which, actually you could say both of which, are a bit of a rematch. The co-main is the flyweight title, which is the trilogy fight, the third fight between Brandon Moreno and Davison Figueiredo. Excuse me. And it's going to be awesome seeing those two maybe settle their hash. We'll find out here with their trilogy. But also in our main event, the baddest man on the planet, we're going to find out here tonight, where the unbeaten Cyril Gane takes on a brief but former training partner, the heavyweight champion of the world, the Predator, Francis Ngannou. So it's going to be an amazing, potentially, I don't like that word, but there's an opportunity, let's put it that way, because, again, I'll go Coach Scott on you here. There's an opportunity for it to be one of the greatest fights of all time, one of the greatest heavyweight fights of all time, and really excited. So we're going to be moving in here to, I believe we've got one fight coming up, and then we've got the co-main after that. A very exciting Alex Pereira, and I forget, I'll have to look up the opponents again. I will have to freely admit, and I do apologize, I didn't do a lot of research into the undercard, and that was a big mistake on my part, because I've seen some great young fighters come through, and it's been a lot of fun. But most importantly, I was going to wait until the co-main to go ahead and fire the mics up here, because here in the Scott Cave, it's always touch and go on whether people say this over and over. There have been times that I've had 3 people, maybe 1 to 3 people, saying that they were coming out for a fight, and next thing you know, we have a packed house. Excuse me. And then there have been times that I've heard that, a dozen, maybe 15, 20 people said that they were coming out to watch, and it's ended up being 2 or 3. Doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is being able to enjoy the fights, and being able to call the fights and share a little bit of insight, have a little bit of fun, and on occasion being able to have some guests. So I want to be able to welcome, for the first time here on the show, first time here in the Scott Cave, somebody I'm proud to say that I've known for about 2 to 3 months now, roughly, a short period of time. For those of you that follow the Fighting Shape on YouTube, and again, I know I sound real cryptic on here, and this gentleman's actually been privy to some inside stuff and some things I've been working on too. There's a lot of it that I can't really talk about, but there's for those of you that follow the Fighting Shape on YouTube and the Swarm and everything else, you'll be able to see this guy's been in some of the videos there. When I started heading west and moving out and working into Sandusky and getting into Sandusky, I inevitably had to go find a gym. And I went and found one that is going to be close to where I was working and being able to also be able to hit the heavy bag and get some real quote-unquote training in. And right away I found this guy. And it's a way, it's always, it's interesting when coaches and trainers and fighters and athletes come across each other. There's always for lack of a better term, a feeling out process to find, okay, is this person legit? Most importantly, in my opinion, that once you become a seasoned athlete, seasoned coach, it's not just about, is this person legit? Can this person be an asset? Can this person teach me? Can I learn from this person? Or is this person going to be somebody that's going to be a problem, first and foremost? And I'm proud to say that after about 30 seconds that he found out that, yeah, okay, I'm an asset, because we were sitting in there and just so happened that I was there in the evening, and I believe he was there in the evening, and he was getting in a workout and I was getting in a workout. And when you compete and train in the fights and in the things that we do, you can only spot those people across the way. Okay, this guy has some moves. This guy has some skills. He has something. And I was finishing up, and I think he was getting started or something, and I held up mitts. And he was he initially assumed that he was going to hold mitts for me. I said, no, I'm going to hold for him. And it was a different experience, something he hadn't experienced I believe, in that gym in particular at that time. And it was a right away that's always been my answer whenever I get into a new gym or a new spot, is always just like, let's go train and figure it out. And we learned right away that not only can we train together, but we can both learn from each other. And again, if you go, I invite you to go back and I'll put the link here on YouTube so you can go back and watch that video where it's one of those training trainers. And it's great because you can actually see, him progressing and learning from an old dog. So it was kind of fun. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome, he's a official trainer at Tim Dorsey Fitness in Sandusky. He's also he's competed as amateur mixed martial artist. And he also does a lot of personal training, very big into not just obviously combat training, but health, fitness, nutrition, a little bit of everything. And without further ado, better known as, I've come up with my own name for you, by the way.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Uh-oh, what's that?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the one, the only, Kyle. Here comes the booth.
Oh, I love it. Thank you very much, sir.
Well, yeah, welcome to the show.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm very excited. We got a good card ahead of us. Couple great fights left here. Kind of trailing off of what you said there, it's funny how you just kind of run across people. It seems like they get dropped in your life at the perfect time. And you kind of dropped in right about the time as I was getting this community built up from the ground. And like you said, you've been a great asset.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, what you have there is it's a real fever.
Yeah.
It's not. And I've shared some things with you off the air that I'm not going to get into a piss and match here on the air, but I've heard a lot of talk. There's been a lot of talk about I'm going to this and I'm going to that and we're going to this and we're going to that. But your guys should just show up.
Yeah.
They just want to show up and on the train.
Actions speak louder than words.
Anyway, so here we go. We're getting ready for our co-main event. Davison Figueiredo, who famously has had a hard time making this weight. That's always been the challenge for him. He switched camps for this fight, has been training with Henry Cejudo in Arizona for the last, I believe, 12 weeks. Yesterday at the weigh-in, he was talking about how this is the best weight cut he's ever had. He looks fantastic. He is my pick to win this fight. And the reason why is he behaves like a buffoon. Yes, he does. You know, when you call yourself God of War, which by the way, this is where I'm going to go ahead and take credit for the Swarm just being cool because it's unique. God of War that already exists.
Yeah.
That already exists.
Right.
You know, like Kyle, here comes the booth. That's great. It fits because your nickname is Boom. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? It's like you just combine it all together. It's like it fits. I think that combining that with, you'll see. I'm going to have some fun with that. You're going to dig this shit out. It's going to be fun. But you know there have been times that Davison Figueiredo has looked like the greatest flyweight I've ever seen.
I agree. Yeah.
You know when you see him at Benavidez.
God.
He took Benavidez, who is a top 5 flyweight of all time, and humiliated him.
Ragdolled him.
Humiliated him. Strangled him. I mean, it was a tough strangle to watch.
Yeah,
I mean,
it really was.
He was laying on his side, tongue out. I mean, it was rough.
Yeah.
But
even the stand-up game, he had
beat
no
him
answers for him.
Beat him up. Yeah. All right, so here we go. The champ getting ready to come out, Brandon Moreno. Now, this fight, Brandon Moreno, but again, before the mics got hot, you know, hanging out talking about fights and things, I really hope that someday we don't find out that Brandon Moreno beats his wife or something, because this guy just seems like the ultimate sweetheart.
He is something else.
You watch when he beat Davison in that second fight, his post-fight reaction is one. How you don't get teary-eyed watching that, I don't know.
You know,
it was one of the
kid that really wanted it
from Tijuana, Mexico. And I don't know if you've ever been. I've lived in L.A.
Nope.
Tijuana.
I'm sure it's rough.
There's nothing there to come from that to do what this guy's done. It's and like now we see him here. He is walking to the cage. He's got his headband, and it's great because even during the pre-fight press conferences and stuff, they were asking him, like, you know, you're such a sweet guy. How do you switch gears? And he said, I don't know. But as a coach and as a fighter, there's something I always say. It's like, and you'll see it in the stare down. Mm-hmm. It's like, look, there's somebody or something or someplace or something that did you wrong. I don't know what it is. I don't want to know.
Right.
But I can see it because as soon as I say it, again, this is what I talk about holding myths for people, because as soon as I say it, I saw it. Mm-hmm. Even for just a minute, you were there. You were there. When I think of that, I go someplace else.
It's that switch.
Because it makes me want to do something mean to somebody that I will probably enjoy their company.
Yeah.
And that's weird. That's a weird thing to want to do. It's strange. I like you. Violence. I want to beat you up. It's weird. It's a very weird thing. But when you're able to do that, George St. Pierre, another guy, super sweet. I mean, and there's a reason why those guys will have lasting legacies too. But you know, I always talk about, like, yeah, would I live next door to this guy? I would live next door to him. I would not live next door to Davison Figueiredo.
Yeah.
I would not live next door to that guy. I would not, because I know there's some bullshit going on over there.
Oh yeah. That just based off their social media.
At some point in time, there's going to be a helicopter overhead.
Yep.
And it's not going to be because there's a bar mitzvah going on.
Those guys are wild.
No, right. And you know, God bless them. Be wild, not in my cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
But Brandon Moreno, and again, here we see him. He's, you know, the assassin baby. I like that nickname. It fits him perfect. Mm-hmm. Again, just a super sweet guy. Everything that I know and have watched, and you know, again, the advantage that I have is, you know, I'm not going to sit here and name drop all night, but I've been very fortunate to have been around a lot of people that are still. Shout out to you, Court McGee. Great job in your last fight, bro. Looked awesome. You know, just 2 in a row. Like to see the Crusher come back. It was awesome. Seeing, you know, I get a lot of feedback from people about stuff. It's like, I would hear about fighters and things even before the news would break, and you know, you hear about, you know, okay, here comes this character from Colby, even before he drops this character. You hear about this, and it's just because, again, if I'm coaching you, and all of a sudden, even if you win 3 fights in a row, we got to make a left turn on your character, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell my buddies about it. My buddy's going to reach to their buddies, and their buddy's going to reach. So I'm fortunate to be involved in groups like that, where I'll have example. You know, it's like, shout out to Matt Brown and other people that just reach out to me and just open and we'll chat and stuff. So it's cool that I hear things, but for me, I usually make my judgment call after I see the weigh-in. And Davison looked fantastic yesterday. So we're getting ready. Here we are, our co-main event. age 34, age 28. The tail of the tape there. I'm going to go ahead and put that up here in a little bit. And now we see Moreno. Moreno looking a little bit different. Davison, he's got Cejudo on the outside. Davison, and
I'll be curious to see how much he really picked up from Henry.
well,
We'll see how much his game changed here. And it's
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
that they've trained with Moreno before.
Yeah.
So they know a little bit of his game too.
That's
but
right,
fighters
yeah.
are always ever evolving, as
Yep.
you know. So,
well, and we'll see it in the main event too. I mean, two guys that trained together in the same gym and shared the same coach, and now obviously not together anymore.
how many years ago was that?
Like 3 to 4
Yeah.
years.
Imagine
So,
how much
they're
growth you
different.
can have in 4
Hell,
years.
5 years ago, I had my last fight, and I say it over and over. From here down, I'm not. From here down, even I have some goals, some things I want to accomplish before I hit 50, and I will get into great shape during that time. But even when I do that, I won't be able to last a minute with that guy.
Right.
I won't. I can look like that, but I won't be able to last a minute with that guy because I just can't.
There's
just
levels to
right,
it. There always is.
right. But from here up, I'm better. I'm smarter. I know more. I can recognize things faster. It's maddening sometimes, actually.
Yeah.
But my former high school coach, shout out to you, John Sedlick, put it best when he said, when you've got an athlete in front of you that is doing what you're saying them to do, and they're putting their trust into your wisdom and your guidance, then it feels like you're playing a video game. Mm-hmm. When those times happen, it's fun. It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. The champion of the world being introduced, Brandon Moreno, a 19-5-2 record. I believe he is the favorite going into this fight. And I hope that I'm wrong. My prediction for this is I believe that Moreno is going to be dominating the fight, and I predict that Figueiredo is going to get a finish somewhere in the second or third round, which is going to prompt a fourth fight because we had that draw in that first round.
Be very
that first fight.
interesting.
That's what I think we're going to see. So here we see. He looks like a different human being. I love this kid. I want to see Brandon win, but I'm picking Davison to win the fight. Here we go. They're getting ready to go nose to nose.
No glove touch this time. Oh, there they go.
Third and maybe the final time. The God of War and the Assassin Baby. And fight time. Here we are, round one. 4:57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52. Here we go. First of up to 5-minute rounds. And for those of you that have never competed in a professional fight, 5 minutes.
It's a long time.
Long time.
Tell you what, 3 minutes is a long time.
It is.
And I give you even one better. 2 minutes is a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I remember high school wrestling days and just, I wasn't quite as dedicated to sports back then, but man, I just remember 2 minutes being the longest damn time of my life.
It is when you're coming up and you're learning that, yeah, it's a long time. We've seen some pressure up against the cage now. Brandon pressuring with Davison's back up against the cage. 4 minutes to go here in the first round. Yeah, you're right. There's a junior high, which, again, Bill, that's where he and I really started wrestling together, was in junior high. Those, at least, it may be different, but I believe it's still 90 seconds for each period
Okay.
there. I believe it's a minute and a half.
Okay.
Now, in high school wrestling, if you go to a consolation round, the first period goes to 1 minute, and then 2 minute, 2 minute. But in the championship rounds or in a dual meet, it is 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. In college, it's 3 minutes,
Okay.
2 minutes, and then 2 minutes. In amateur MMA, and in most amateur kickboxing, well, actually, kickboxing I think is 2 minutes per round as
I
well.
believe so.
But amateur MMA is 3 minute rounds. 3 rounds, 3 minutes. I don't know if an amateur MMA title fight is 3
Still
minutes.
the same.
It's three
threes,
minutes.
Yep.
Okay,
Mine
I
was
wasn't
three
sure.
threes. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I think that may vary by the state because I think
believe
out in
so.
Utah there was one that I'm pretty sure it was an amateur title fight, and they went 5 3-minute rounds.
I think it should be that way, but
Well, I think so. Well, if you're going to be a pro, if you can go for 15 minutes over 5 rounds, you can do 15 minutes over 3.
I mean, if you're fighting for a regional title, you should have some sort of insight on where you're going with your career. You know.
Agreed. All right, so here we go. A little bit over halfway through this first round. 220, 220 right now, 219, 218. Both on the feet. Figueiredo's really moving forward, landing a really solid, both guys in orthodox stance. Figueiredo landing a good leg kick. Moreno going high with the head kick. These fights, I mean, again, this is I understand this being a lighter guy. Uh-oh. Moreno's been dropped with these leg kicks a couple times now. Davison. Again, if these guys were a physical matchup, I'm willing to bet that if you were just to sit there and take these guys to like an NFL combine version where you're going to be doing, push-ups and sit-ups and squats and pull-ups, I'm willing to bet that Davison would be able to outperform him.
He's such a big 135er.
25. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. But and he's been notorious for having problems with the weight cut. And if there's one thing that Cejudo has apparently assisted him with, it's that. Oh, and now, great takedown by Davison. Has Moreno's back. 1 minute and 12, 11, 10 seconds to go.
Gotta move.
Brandon on all fours. Davison on his back.
Scramble,
Nice hip
up,
roll.
up.
Nice job. Bit of a Granby off the shoulder. Good job rolling through there for Brandon. Back up on the feet. And these guys are swinging hard, too. Less than a minute to go.
He's got to throw more feints in there and set those up.
And Davison, watch, he'll throw that same drill that we were working on last week. He's going to throw a jab cross hook into that leg kick, or he's going to throw something with that left hand. He's going to follow it up with that right leg kick, and he's going to fake it, and he's going to head into a double leg. That's what he's been doing this whole round. He's been having success with it. Now, Brandon taking Davison. They're trading. Spinning nice. Calf kick.
I like that.
Very nice. Oh, and a raw overhand right.
Nice.
And another inside calf kick. And again, we were something we were just working on last week. Those calf kicks, they're not new, ladies and gentlemen. Calf kicks have been around. Oh, and the left hand. Davison is just
still moving.
Less than 5 seconds to go here in the first round. 3, 2. And that'll end that first
little
round.
Body rip at the end.
Very exciting round there, too. And again, the word always, when it comes to combat sports, and when we're fighting, when we're training, when we're doing circuits, it's always pace. Mm-hmm. It's always pace.
Yep.
Period. Say it over and over again. If you can push more weight than me, okay, how long can you do that?
Exactly.
That big bastard that played in the NFL, the super sweet guy. But when I said to him over and over, like, look, if you and I were locked in a cage, you're gonna have to catch me.
Yeah.
I understand that the odds are that you will, and I'm in trouble when you do, but you're gonna have to catch me. I'm gonna get on that bike and I'm gonna move.
Odds are you're gonna be a little tuckered out by the time
that happens. It's all about pace.
Yeah.
And this is why a lot of times, and you'll see one of these days, I'll take you through, I'll take you through a dirty dozen, and it'll change. It's simple training. It's good. It's good for a coach and a athlete to go through that because it'll simulate going through a fight without me even having to have you hit 1 minute.
Really,
it's really cool. It's complete confusion. Oh, here we go in the second round.
Single leg.
Yep, single. Oh, and did not finish. And again, we were talking about before. What can Cejudo teach? Well, as the youngest Olympic gold medalist in American wrestling history, I think he can teach a lot of that.
Yeah.
Oh, and a nice duck under. Oh, these guys are really swinging for it. 4:30 here to go in the second round. Second of up to 5. That first round was pretty close. I'd probably have to give that one to Davison. Wow. big knee coming in. Brandon, both guys still staying orthodox most of this fight. I don't think they've seen really any switching. Not yet.
Figueroa's in and out a little bit.
Well, I'm proud to say that was something that had you working on right away. And it's well, again, when it comes to training for a sport like this, okay, what are you allowed to do? What are you not allowed to do? I just keep it very simple.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I'm allowed to kick him? Yeah, okay. Because again, if I was fighting you and I found out, oh, he doesn't like being southpaw. Okay, cool. That's all I'm going to do is aim for that front leg. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. And then all of a sudden, I have you fighting where you don't want to fight, but you have to.
But why would you not want to learn how to fight that way as a fighter? Wouldn't you want to have attacks from all ranges?
God bless you for saying that. The answer is
nice
the answer is laziness and cockiness and narcissism is the answer.
Yeah.
But the answer should be, I want to learn that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I want to do that. Yes, I want to learn. I want to learn. I'm not comfortable this way. That's why I should focus on this.
And now even coming at this from just a human physiology perspective, studying the body and stuff, this is like these guys, these golfers and, baseball players, where they're constantly swinging on the same side. You do something 1,000 times over, your tissue is going to readapt to that.
Right. Well, again,
but,
like Tiger famously, he doesn't switch.
Yeah.
He hits right-handed.
And as you can see over time, that's
his back gave way. Yeah. In baseball, you're right. Switch hitters will last a little bit longer. True. These guys still going at it halfway through this second round. Brandon controlling the center of the octagon on this round. Davison slowing down a little bit. Again, that pace that they were keeping going in that first round, I don't know if they'll be able to keep that up for 25 minutes. That's, but again, I know pace. That's what it always boils down to. If I have you on box jumps for 30 seconds, I don't care if you get 50 jumps or if you get 5. I care about the pace you keep for that 30 seconds. Because if you get 50, if you're on this thing for 30 seconds and you do 5 jumps in the first 18 seconds and 1 in the last 12, that's not a pace. You broke yourself.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Quick jab.
Swinging on. Yeah, these again, the beauty. He is taking some shots. He's changing levels. They're doing a good job, but not finishing any of them yet. Not in this round. I love how the UFC doing a great job of having the smallest male fighters compete right before the biggest male fighters. Seeing Brandon sitting next to Francis at the presser was that was a sight
else.
to see.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally, this is twice. He's twice the size.
It's
twice
crazy.
this man. You weighing
Such a large
125.
human.
I'm gonna weigh 250.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, just.
He's got that spinning calf kick down.
Yeah. Well, I said it famously years ago when I got to meet Shaquille O'Neal, and he was super nice. I met him, and he laughed. And I can't believe we're the same species. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
How's that possible? How's that possible that we are both human beings? That guy, just like the guy from the NFL. Like, yeah, sooner or later he can shot put me. What am I going to do? I know how to fight, but big deal.
Right.
All right, here we go. I always say this every time I get the strike, but 43, 42, 41 seconds here in the first round. Good movement. I would have to say that Brandon is probably getting a little bit better at the boxing. The kicks are pretty even. Those the calf kicks are adding up. But you're right though. That spinning calf kick, he baits that pretty good. And again, we were talking. Remember how we were training before about getting up on that toe.
Yeah.
He really spins up on that. When he generates all that momentum. He does a great job. And yes, calf kicks. Man, they sting.
They add up.
They surely do, because no matter how big and how strong you are, that calf is going to be the smallest muscle that's on that leg.
Yeah.
Significant muscle anyway. And that'll end that second round. All right, Davison, he's looking pretty good. So far, I mean, these rounds are tough to call. If I had to guess, it looks like I'd probably give that one round apiece. Brandon looks to be getting a little bit better at the boxing so far.
I think what's important for Davison right now is he seems like he's confident.
Try to get there.
Keep carrying that confidence with him.
For who?
For Davison.
Davison, yeah. He's well. If you're going to be a bully fighter, like just some of the drilling that you and I did, and that's who I am as a, I guess to a degree, as a human being. I'm going to bully forward. There's certain things I will not compromise on, and I'm just I mean, there have been times as a wrestling coach, and somebody will say, "Hey, coach, how do I get this in this?" You just do it. You just force it.
Yeah.
You force them to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going. Hit me. I don't care. I'm going to do this. This is what's going to happen. If you are a bully fighter, then get to be that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, take some
Michael
and give some.
Chandler Gaethje. Gaethje is a bully fighter as well, but Gaethje, as we saw, a little more cerebral, a little just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough, because Chandler will not stop.
Oh, guys,
Chandler,
relentless.
He will not stop.
Monster.
That guy will not stop. He's going to stay in your face. And if I'm coaching somebody like Figueiredo, which guess what? As a wrestler, as a bully, that's how Cejudo fights too. So let's see. So here we go in our third round. For those of you out there that are new to the game, this would be the end of a traditional fight, but this being a championship fight, we have up to 2 more rounds after this. 4:30, 29, 28. Moreno still in the center of the octagon here, right in the middle of the monster. Oh, and Moreno really doing a job loading up with that knee, but Davison, good job ducking under.
He's blocking it every time.
Excellent job. On top, looking for wrist control, pressuring Brandon up against the cage, takes his back.
Yeah, keep that chin tucked.
Looking for arm triangle. Oh, and back
Yeah,
up
he's
on
out.
the feet. And Brandon looking good, scrambling away. This is going to okay, this is where, once we
doing-
start getting deep into this fight now, even though he had a great weight cut, what did it take out of the gas tank?
True.
No matter what, it's
Yeah,
going to take
true.
something. It's going to, and again, for people out there that haven't fought and haven't competed, if Davison was fighting at 130, it may sound simple, silly, but 5 pounds, he would have a little bit more of a gas tank, a little bit.
That's
a
5
little bit.
pounds of fluid you just cut.
Absolutely.
And that's something people got to take into consideration.
Oh,
too.
the big
He's-
left hand.
Oof.
Another one. Oh,
Ooh,
Brandon
fires
in
back.
trouble. Oh,
Snappy jab. These guys, when they're cutting that last 5 pounds, that's pure water weight.
that's
not like
that's
they're
the
dropping
worst.
fat.
That's the worst.
So
That's
are
the-
they
yeah,
rehydrating properly? Are they replenishing everything that they need to?
exactly. Oh, we got a street fight now, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Davison egging him on.
There you go.
It looks like Brandon may have gotten hurt from, and then left hand down the middle. And, when you see, and this is where it gets to be a little deceptive too, is because, when you look at, if you saw these two guys and you look just at their midsection, you're going to see, yeah, Davison's a little bit more ripped. But that could also work against him because a little bit extra body fat's going to absorb a little bit more punishment. Usually. But that's why, again, I get redundant preaching as a coach, but you get strong in the middle. When you get strong in the middle, you absorb everything. You're stronger in the middle, you absorb that spinning back elbow better.
Yep.
You're stronger in the middle, you absorb that calf kick better. Oh, and then Davison, that's about the 4th time that Brandon's been dropped with that right leg. Because, again, he's throwing or feigning with that left hand and then throwing that back kick. And there he goes again.
Yes.
He's having success with it. And again, both guys still in orthodox stance. Brandon's still in the center of the octagon. Just over 2 minutes and leaving it. Oh, Brandon is leading with a jab and then throwing up with a flying knee.
Brandon's doing a great job at octagon control. He's returning to
Yes.
center every time,
Looking good.
keeping Davison on the outside. Which, of course, looks great to the judges, especially going in these championship rounds.
Davison's still having success with that leg kick, too. Maybe take a look. Yeah, that's starting to add up. You can see Brandon's left leg. It's starting to welt up there a little bit. You can see it. It's starting to pink up. And that's where, actually, I guess I can't wait pretty soon to be getting a higher-end projector in here so I'll be able to have a little bit better color because, again, I love what we have here in the Sky Cave, but this isn't state-of-the-art or anything.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
it's definitely fun.
Do
All
they
right.
make higher def projections?
Oh,
out
yeah.
there?
Oh, yeah.
Like
This
a
thing,
4K type deal?
Oh, yeah. This is, yeah. Oh, but that's the problem is I'll look at something like the one that we had, which is relatively, this was a gift. It's relatively inexpensive, less than $100. And all of a sudden I'm looking at, $3,000.
Right.
I did the same thing with the drone. It's easy to get. All right. So less than a minute to go here in the third round. Still moving around. Brandon's still controlling. He's been controlling the center of the octagon. Oh, Davison moving forward now, but Brandon has been doing a better. Oh, and
Feints,
moving
yeah.
forward.
Keeps setting that big left hand up.
Davison is forcing the grappling, and I don't know why he's doing that. I would want him to, if I was coaching him, I'd want him to be out there and saying, see, there's that calf kick again. Both of these guys' left legs are going to be in ice all day tomorrow, I assure you. 25, 24, 23 seconds left. They are swinging for it. These guys, I mean, if this fight ends in some type of controversy, they're going to have to do it again. But these guys almost seem like they're destined to just fight each other.
It's always a fun one to watch.
They're so well. Oh, big right hand.
Dropped.
Big right. Looking for a guillotine here. 3 seconds left.
And saved
And
by
that's
the
going to
bell.
be and a big right hand by Davison at the end of that round.
Ooh. Oh.
Wow. Okay, so now here we go into the infamous championship rounds, folks. We have up to 10 minutes left to go in this fight. The Assassin Baby got dropped with that right hand. And again, this is where, when for somebody who hasn't been through, being deep into a wrestling match or deep into a fight or deep into a contest, this is where this stuff really adds up. Because say it over and over and over again. Again, if I'm fighting you and you stand orthodox, and if I find out that, if I just hear through, okay, he will fight southpaw if he doesn't like it. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm in. That's it. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to do everything I can to get you to take a step forward just so I can kick that leg.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
All day. I don't care about touching your face at all. Don't care. Even if you touch me, don't care. I'm kicking that leg.
And that's that killer instinct,
right. Well, and I also understand that because my goal is always simple. I'm a wrestler. I want to get you on your back. Okay. Of course I want to get you on your back. But if I've kicked the crap out of it, and here we go into the fourth round, starting into the championship round, if I kick the crap out of your front leg and you switch stances, and then I kick the crap out of that front leg, and then I take you down, and you don't have your legs underneath you, you're not getting up. There's no way.
How are you going to shrink?
You're not going to get up, period. You're not. If your legs are that beat up that you can't stand, how are you going to get up out from underneath me? You're not. But if I understand, if we have 25 minutes to fight, I might not be able to get you on your back until minute 19. That's okay. I'll still win the fight then. So, but you're right, and that comes into IQ and time and understanding. Okay, that gets into the wisdom and patience things that we talked about too. Because a 22-year-old fighter, unlike the one that we saw earlier, usually he's hurt. I'm going to go finish.
Yeah.
Take it easy. No, beat this guy up, chop him down.
All
right. Here we go. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the fourth round. Both guys still on the feet. Really, man, great. The inside calf kick, that spinning calf kick again. They are, Davison is smiling at him.
He's already thrown about 4 or 5 himself in the first minute here.
They are definitely swinging at it for sure. Yeah, neither one of these guys switched. You're right. Davison switched stance a little bit. Brandon, not so much. More often than not. Oh, and another right hand caught him again. They almost, if I didn't know better, looked like they're having fun.
Yeah, they're having a blast out there.
Well, here's the thing. Say what you want. 320, 319, 318. These guys are out here. Here's the thing. Oh man, so they're swinging at it. Okay, what they're doing, is it on one hand, could it be viewed as horrific? Sure. But you know what? You're looking at two of the most free human beings on the planet.
Absolutely.
Right now.
This is the beauty of mixed martial arts.
They're just under 3 minutes to go.
They are literally artists painting on their canvas right now.
And you know what they're not worried about? Is the mortgage paid? Did I return that text? Did I feed the dog? They're not worried about any of that.
None of that.
What time am I late for work? They're not worried about any of that.
No.
All they're worried about is this
moment.
This terrible, scary guy that's trying to kick my face off. Now, on one hand, again, that is horrific, but man, all that other stuff that everybody else is worried about doesn't exist for these guys.
Very freeing.
Right. Like everybody, people that are home watching this on the phone, whatever, driving in the car, things like that, you're going to have those little blitz and thoughts and everything on your way to work and stuff like that. Like, this sucks. None of that exists for these guys right now.
No.
None of that. Zero. It is all just focus.
In the zone.
Yep. And 2 minutes with a maximum of 7 minutes to go in this fight. I say it over and over. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the reward, the fight.
Yeah.
The hell you got to go through to prepare for it. Which,
it's a different
again,
story.
well, and that's what a lot of fighters who, again, like to say, They want to be prepared. And they won't show up. But I like your crew because your crew shows up.
Yeah.
So here we go. Shout out to you guys. Good work. And a minute 35, and we have a bit of a clinch going on here. Oh, looking for that inside trip. Oh, Davison.
Down attempt.
Oh, and see, that's where Henry Cejudo is the best in the game at that inside trip. Once he gets the underhook inside, he gets that trip. He's the best. He did it he did it to Demetrius. That's how he won the title.
Yeah, yep.
So here we go.
Rhino's doing a great work fighting the hands here, though.
Not really. Again, and this is where did he have a bit of a takedown? No. He pressured him against the cage. Yes. Is he doing any damage? No. Is this control? Yes. So right now, Davison is in the dominant position, but he's not doing any damage at all. 1 minute to go here in the fourth round. You're right. Good job fighting the hands there by the champ. Oh, and a spinning back elbow. And now we're dancing on the feet. Here we go. Another elbow by the champ. Davison. Oh.
Yep, he's off the cage. Back to the center.
And here we go. That spinning back elbow looked like it might have landed right there. And Davison taunting him again. 36, 35 seconds. Oh,
both these
great
guys
switch
are so
kick.
sharp.
That switch kick to the body, when Brandon lands, he hasn't thrown that a lot, but he lands that well. He mixes that up with that spinning heel. Oh, and another, speaking, and Davison's threw it right back. That switch kick, I've actually become a big fan of that.
I love it.
Yeah.
So much pop in your hips.
And I don't have the dexterity to really throw it, but guys like you that can, I love that kick because it's so, you catch them, especially again late in the fight, less than 7 seconds to go here in the fourth round. They're both on the feet. Davison taunting him, some back and forth, some jaw jacket, and that's going to end that fourth round.
4.
And that's 20 minutes in the books, ladies and gentlemen.
Got a fight on our hands.
Oh, yeah. Well, when this fight's over, there's a good chance that they've shared the octagon for an hour. Think about that.
That is insane.
Think about that.
That's a long
Same opponent for an hour. Man. And so again, you can say what you want about even if there is genuine beef, you get out there with somebody for an hour and you're punching and kicking and trying to take each other down and strangle each other. If there's not a respect there, then you're full of shit.
That's a lot of personal time with another individual.
Of course.
Especially in an intimate, setting like this.
Well, and again, like we were saying there too, these are two human beings, and I don't care, say whatever you want. These are two human beings that are existing on a different plane right now.
Yeah.
And they're sharing it right now. And it's something unique. It's something special. It's something that for the rest of their lives, and I hope that both these guys live long and healthy lives. But if they ever end up any type of illness or something, this will be one of the last things I'll ever forget.
Yeah, I can only imagine the energy coursing through their veins right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Fifth round. Here we go. 4-5, 445, 444, 443. Fifth and final round, 20 minutes. Another classic these guys have been putting on. We've seen it all. We've seen punching and kicking and grappling and kneeing and elbows, and it's been all another great inside trip and a takedown by Brandon. Davison finds himself on his back. This, ladies and gentlemen, could be the difference in the fight.
This is where he could have trouble.
This could be it. This is where this fight has not gone yet with Davison on his back. Davison, again, in great shape, really physically being able to push him off and get back up to the feet, and here we go. 4-10 in our last round here. So a takedown there, and again, although Brandon did land a blow or two, didn't really do much damage. Davison, great job, and again, great shape at this point in time to be able to push off and get back up on the feet. Davison in the center of the cage, standing right on top of the monster. That inside calf kicks are just landing all day. Inside calf kicks, outside calf kicks, spinning calf kicks.
They're still both moving pretty well considering.
Once again, at the risk of sounding redundant, a great pace this whole fight. 3:35, 34, 33. They are swinging for it. I'm glad I'm not judging this again. And another swing and a duck under. Davison looking for an inside elbow.
Short elbow.
See? There you go.
Love it.
Again, it's little energy. Boom, right inside. Say it over and over and over again. My bone against your skin, my bone's going to win. And if they make you put pads on your hands, hit them with something that you're allowed to hit them with. That there's no pad on there. Just makes sense to me,
Yeah,
you know.
right.
My shin against your head, my shin's gonna win.
Why not use all your weapons?
Yeah. I say that jokingly because me landing a head kick on somebody. Yeah, exactly. That's everybody reacts like that. Yeah, I don't care.
You never know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to punch him and kick him first.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, 241, 240. Still on the feet.
Well, fighters focus. This is like a chess match.
Yeah, it really is. It's yeah. Yeah, human chess is a great way to put it, with dire consequences.
Yeah.
They're just trading now. Oh, Davison might have got hurt off that one. It's hard to tell because these guys are just really swinging.
Just staying in the pocket.
Right. 12. Oh, and a big right hand. Brandon goes down again.
A little late reaction, but he's up.
Yeah, that might be the third or fourth knockdown in the fight. Exactly 2 minutes to go, 159-58. Here in our last round, these guys are really putting on a show. And it looks like they're having a good time, too. Yeah, Davison is still on the outside. Brandon on the inside.
I think regardless of the outcome, these two gentlemen are going to see each other again.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how they're not going to be able to do this again. I mean, I don't know. Granted, to be fair, I have not really studied a lot of what's going on at flyweight, but I don't know of anybody else that's going to be able to beat these guys.
I don't know. I had hopes for Kai Kara France was looking like a great prospect, but he just lost recently, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or no, he
beat
Cody.
Cody.
Cody
Yeah, he beat Cody.
That's right.
He knocked him out. Yeah, Cody. I don't know what. I don't know.
I don't know what to do with that guy.
Well,
might be seeing a bare knuckle career here pretty soon.
1 minute to go in this fight. Yeah, well.
But how many amateur boxing fights did that kid have? You know,
a lot.
He's got miles.
A lot. Yeah, there's. You can't. He looked physically the best I ever saw him in that last fight up until he got knocked out.
Yeah.
You know, he looked like he looked like the bigger guy. Like, this is, man, you're gonna. And
that just goes to show, though, not always the deciding factor in a fight.
Yeah. Well. 30 seconds to go. I mean, Dana White said it once. There was a time when you could hit Chuck Liddell in the face with a crowbar and he'd move forward.
Yeah.
And then you can't. Oh, here we go. 20 seconds left, and they are swinging. They are letting it fly. They are standing in the center of the cage, and Davison is egging him on, saying, let's swing, let's swing. 10 seconds to go. Lefts and rights from Brandon. Left hands from, again, they are just swinging. Brandon is getting the better of them here, and this is going to end the fight. There we go. And that is going to end the fight.
Beautiful performance.
Wow. 25 minutes, another classic.
That's a tough
now, and this is, here's the did Davison do enough to win?
See,
I don't know.
I just don't think so.
I don't know.
Like we said before, you got to beat the champ to be the champ. I just don't know if there was enough.
I got to give, I'll give this round, I'll give to the champ because of the takedown. I'll give the second round. I'll give the first round to Davison. I'll give the third round to Davison. Oh, sorry. Yeah. First round, third round to Davison. I'll give the second round and the fifth round to Brandon. Fourth round,
we might need to run that back.
There were, I believe, 2 calf kicks that put Brandon down, but he didn't stay down.
No. He didn't stay down long.
It might come down to the strike count, but this will probably end up being a split decision, but God, these guys are just evenly matched. And to a degree, part of our of this sport is it's not just the athletes; it's who's your dance partner.
Yeah.
Who's going to be out there performing with you.
And I know we're looking at lighter guys here, but like you're saying, that pace to go over 25 minutes, it's nonstop. It's incredible.
And that's why I'm really curious to see what happens next because, we have one guy that can go for 25 minutes, another guy who has, but I say all this and what's going to turn around is, I predicted Davison's going to win this fight, and I predict Francis is going to win the next one. But watch it be just this crazy 24.5 minute fight, and then Francis gets a knockout in the last. I
Wild.
picture him, if Francis is going to win, I picture him doing it in the first 10 minutes. I don't see Francis just grinding him out and taking him down and beating him. If Francis gets Cyril to the ground, it's not going to be through a takedown. It's going to be through some type of violent strike.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what's going to drop him. Okay, here we go. Here's the announcement. Both guys look like they got another 5 more rounds in them.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, I like seeing this energy.
The energy is crazy.
Winner
Yeah, that's why
and
they're the 2 best in the world.
and
Oh,
new.
wow. And
Wow. And new.